Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. What's going on, y'all? What's going on, man? We had a great night of fights. You feel what I'm saying? Just to start off, man, my amateurs, we went 1-1 today. Had a Yo, my fault, y'all. Just had the electricity go out back to back in my crib. You feel what I mean? So I'm gonna just talk while I'm on the phone. You know what I'm saying? My fault, y'all. My apologies. I don't know what the fuck going on. You know what I mean? Some just typical bullshit. That's the first time that's ever happened here. But regardless, what's going on, y'all? Like I said, 1-1 with my amateur squad today. You feel what I'm saying? Razor close split decision. Then we got a dominant victory in the main event. So I'm extremely happy with that. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. You feel what I'm saying? I don't even remember the last time I went live. As a matter of fact, I'm about to switch over to my laptop. Let me switch over to my laptop real quick. Yo, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? All right, cool. So great night of boxing, man. So where y'all want to start? Y'all want to start with the Stephen Fulton, Brandon Figueroa shit, man. Philadelphia got another world champion, man. Shout out to Stephen Fulton. You know what I'm saying? Becoming a 2-division world champion, 3-time world champion overall, being able to bounce back from that loss that he still gets heavily criticized for till this day. You know, I had thought that Brandon find a way to get the victory due to, different circumstances. But Stephen Fulton has shown that not only, did Figueroa put on some, size and, strength, but he did as well, and he boxed beautifully. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Figueroa had a terrible game plan. I don't know exactly what his intentions was, but this was a step down from the first fight. In all honesty, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Smothering his work intentionally, wasn't able to get his punches off, as clean as he was supposed to. Stephen Fulton was fighting beautiful on the inside, and there was moments where Brandon Figueroa was laying the shots and was making shit tough for Stephen Fulton. When you got that type of pressure fighter that don't mind getting hit and is durable and is continuously coming forward, it's gonna be a tough fight for a lot of people. You know what I mean? Stephen Fulton included. However, Stephen Fulton put on a clinic in terms of landing the harder, cleaner shots. And Fulton did exactly what I said. And the keys to victory that I had brought up either the day before yesterday or yesterday. And I was saying that he does not need to have himself on the motherfucking ropes. You feel what I'm saying? So he was creating, I love how he was shifting and creating angles when he was in close quarters with Brandon Figueroa, was landing some beautiful uppercuts, 2-3 punch combinations, snapping Fulton head back. You feel what I'm saying? And what I liked about what Stephen Fulton did was, besides the outfit that I thought was fucking hilarious, he had all the people in his corner that, helped produce him to be, a world champion. He had Wahid with him. He had Hamza with him, who pretty much was with him since the very beginning of his career. He had Bozy with him, who, is essentially, the head trainer in charge at this very moment. Had a beautiful, beautiful team with him, very, very knowledgeable corner. And they, Fulton did what he had to do, bro. Proved me wrong, proved a lot of people wrong. And, Stephen Fulton is now a 2-division world champion. You feel what I'm saying? Completely outclassed Brandon Figueroa. And that's something that is very difficult to do. Like, when you look at this man record, Brandon Figueroa, he's only lost to one man, 2 losses, but only lost to one man. So congratulations to Stephen Fulton. Philadelphia has another world champion, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he does at 126. You feel what I'm saying? I thought he had an easier time with Brandon Figueroa in this fight in comparison to the other one. So I guess he proved himself right, and he proved a lot of people wrong, because he said that he was going to make this look easier. And I guess it is true. Maybe at 122, Stephen Fulton stood at the weight class a little too long, because I've seen significant differences in how he carried himself at 122 in comparison to Brandon Figueroa, and at 126 in the way he handled Brandon Figueroa. You feel what I'm saying? 4 pounds can make a hell of a difference, especially when you cut in weight. You know what I'm saying? So congratulations to Stephen Fulton. That was absolutely amazing. And I'm glad that Philadelphia is going to be on the receiving end of a motherfucking world title. And not just any world title, the WBC super featherweight title of the world. Wait, super featherweight? No, featherweight. My fault. You feel what I'm saying? And Figueroa kept switching unnecessarily. Bella, the reason why he was doing that was because he was searching for answers. He couldn't find it. You feel what I'm saying? He couldn't find, when typically people do that, it's because they don't have no answers at the primary stance they was in. So if they're at an orthodox stance, let's say, they can't find a jab, they can't see a route for a hook, they can't see a route for a right hand or a jab to the body, whatever. All right, let me switch the angle up and see what's available. You know what I mean? That's just them, searching for shit. So typically when I see that, like, for example, Sean Porter, right? Whenever Sean Porter had trouble finding an opening on an opponent or whatever, he'd start bouncing on his toes. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll start off flat-footed and he'd be like, damn, I can't. It's hard for me to figure this dude out. He start bouncing on his toes to see if he could get some type of openings or get like his opponent to bite on something. People got different tendencies, and that's what I noticed with Figueroa. He had trouble establishing his offense, and then it was like as soon as he would get in close quarters, you know what I'm saying? He ain't had no room to punch. And Brandon Figueroa, terrible game plan. I don't know what the fuck he had going on in his head, but it seemed like he was more accepting of this loss than his previous ones. You know what I'm saying? And I think his corner was keeping it real with him. So it is what it is. let's get into one of the motherfucking fights of the year, man. The fight that we was all anticipating, the fight that we all had split predictions on. I told you guys I thought David Benavidez was gonna win this fight against David Morell. I thought it was gonna go to the scorecards. I was contemplating like a stoppage, but at the same time, David Benavidez did his motherfucking thing, bro. Did his motherfucking thing. Listen, Benavidez is one of them ones. I'm sorry. Teach, I know you had Morell. I'm gonna send the link out for Marky Dan. Silks Bando, what up? Robert Jenkins, what up? Teach, what up? Bella Faith, what up? Agent 007, what up? Shout out to everybody that I did not mention. Shout out to my boy Ralph. Hey man, this fight was absolutely amazing. And this is exactly why we need to stop as fans tolerating these fights being marinated. If the fight is good right now, if the fight is being spoken about right now, let's fucking see it. Because we missing out from fights like this that we just experienced tonight. Yo.
What's good, Mazuma?
What's going on? Marky, talk to me. What's on your mind?
First off, that was an amazing card PBC put together from beginning to end. Yeah, I think not every fight was a knockout. But every fight up to the Pitbull fight was a knockout. And then the Pitbull fight itself, that was an absolute dog fight. Credit to Fierro. I didn't have a problem with Pitbull winning. I thought it should have been a draw. It could have went to either man. That being said, one of those judges, I'm not surprised, had it 1-8. No, they had it 98-92 for Pitbull. I'm not surprised. I even called it out. I said, because you literally go to any fight, any big major event, there's gonna be one judge that has just some crazy scorecard for the A-side fighter, and it is what it is. That's literally the sport of boxing. But then we move on to Cool Boy versus Figueroa. Big credit to Figueroa. Excuse me, to Stephen Fulton. I think that might have been his best performance since probably Daniel Roman.
I agree.
I thought
Absolutely.
I'm not even sure he even did anything different from the first fight. I'm really not sure. He stayed right in there with Figueroa.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
say.
really know.
I'm gonna say that
Figueroa's punches just didn't seem to have the same effect.
it
And
didn't.
that might be 126.
It's definitely 126. But another thing I
But
noticed, Fulton
moving
didn't really
on,
give him. Fulton didn't really give him as many opportunities on the ropes in comparison to the first fight. You know, from what I noticed, and then when he was on the inside, I seen him creating a lot more angles, and I think he was a little bit sharper offensively in this fight.
that
But
could
yeah,
be it. But
I think 26 was the biggest reason, though.
I agree. I think weight had the most to do with it. But still, credit to Figueroa. He definitely didn't go in there to lose. He just fought his typical style of fight, and it just didn't come through for him this time. But then we move on to the main event. Unbelievable fight. I lost $220 tonight betting on David Morell. But it is what it is. I gotta give David Benavidez his credit. I said a lot of things about him in the build up to this fight. I said that he would get outclassed. I said that David Morell would put him to bed. Um, I said he'd get beat to death. I said a lot of things. So I got to give the boy his credit. He showed me that he had a lot of skills. I liked the way how he was peeling at Morell's guard. He was cutting off the ring a lot of times on Morell. I liked how he was catching and shooting. I like how, bro, them uppercuts were nasty when he was catching them and he'd throw 3, 4 uppercuts. I didn't think Morell would give him those opportunities. And I'm not going to say Morell fought the wrong kind of fight. I'm just going to say that Benavidez forced him to fight that type of fight. Because
Right.
I thought coming in, Morell would try to use his feet, get his distance more. He had a 2.5 inch reach advantage. I thought that he would force David Benavidez to come straight forward and he tried to set him up for straight shots. But nah, Benavidez showed me he has good footwork. And I have to give him credit. I didn't think he had it. So huge credit to him. He won this fight. It was a toe-to-toe slugfest through most of the night. And yeah, hopefully he could beat Benavidez. Hopefully Benavidez could beat Beterbiev, and we could get the Mexican Civil War. Canelo versus
Ooh-wee.
Benavidez.
Ooh-wee. Yo, what's going on, Teach? Let
But
me know
big
what
credit to
your
Benavidez.
absolutely. I'm gonna save my opinion for last on this. Teach, what you got on this?
What's going on, guys? Yeah,
Going on?
basically, I came
So teach
to
my
congratulate.
Antigua brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I came to congratulate you, Mazuma. You got the two of them right, man. Man, overall, I think the card was fire, man. Starting off with Jesus Ramos. He pretty much put on a good boxing clinic on Jason. I'm glad that he's going back to 154 because I was wondering what he was doing at 160 to begin with. When he's like a huge contender at 154. Um, and then we go to the Pitbull fight. I think Pitbull he got the crowd started, man. Like that fight was fire, and I think that guy Fierro, like he to me he became a star, man. Like I want to see him, and it looks like the crowd wants to see him back again. So that was I think that one got the crowd going. Then we go to Fulton. Fulton pretty much made this look easy. I don't know what Brandon Figueroa was doing in the earlier rounds. Like he was boxing, feinting, switching. That kind of threw me off because I know that's not his style. But he got back to do what he usually does, and Fulton made it easy. I think the difference in this fight and the first fight was Fulton. He was more accurate with them punches, man. Like he was just catching B Fig even on the inside with them uppercuts. So he looked more accurate, sharper in that fight. The UD was well deserved. And the fight with Morell and Benavidez, man, that was a fire fight. As you know, I picked Morell to win, but man, Benavidez just outworked him, man. Like even with that knockdown, let's say that he didn't get a score deducted, Benavidez was still up to me. Simply because Benavidez just outworked him. Morell has when I was watching that fight, Morell had a habit of going in that high guard, but the difference this time is that you could tell his high guard was blocking his vision. Like he didn't see when those shots were coming. So that's why Benavidez got a lot of those uppercuts in through his guard. So Benavidez just did a good job capitalizing on that. And I mean, Morell also had his moments, but it just wasn't enough. To me, I thought the fight was a little bit closer than 118, 117.
Yeah, that
But
was that 118. You referring
yeah,
to David Benavidez scorecard?
yeah.
Yeah, 118. That's kind of wicked, man. It's like if you ain't give Morel at least 4 rounds,
hmm
yeah, I wasn't fucking with that, bro.
Yeah. So overall, man, good card by the PBC tonight. I enjoyed it. Benavidez did some good shit. And I think he's ready for either one of those guys, Bivol or Beterbiev.
Robert Jenkins, what up, baby?
Hey, what's going on? What's up in the big world? God bless you all. What's up?
What up? What up? What you say? You had what?
Oh, I was just saying, what's up in the big world? God bless you all.
Oh man, I appreciate that, bro. Let me know. Let me know what your thoughts is before I get into mine.
Most definitely. My honest perception on this card, overall, in totality, this card was brilliant. From beginning to the conclusion, it was brilliant. Al Heyman, you've done it again. Like this is another hood classic. The main event, man. People need to start listening when I talk, man, because I told them now they sitting around looking stupid. I told them that Benavidez was gonna win that fight, and now Tank is next. I'm still bringing up Tank. Tank is next. Shakur is gonna beat Tank. Y'all gotta listen to me, man. Y'all gotta listen to what I'm saying, man. Yeah, you heard me, Sammy. This is directed towards you, man. Now this is for everybody though. This is for everybody though. Because Sammy, you said that Tank was going to beat Shakur, but yeah, man, this is a great fight. I thought Benavidez won every round. Like I mean, Benavidez, he was beating him up the whole fight. I mean, he got a couple highlights here and there. Like he got him on stanky legs, but still, like he fought through that though. Like he bounced back. He dropped him. Benavidez was a little off balance. but still he went back, unleashed some combinations on him, and Morell he got a point deducted. So you know what I'm saying? It's whatever. But yeah, everything was great. Everything was great though. That's my honest perception.
All right, salute. So, shit, I didn't even start off by bringing up the Jason Rosario and Jesus Ramos fight, but you know, since let's break it down from the very beginning because I didn't really get to watch Jesus Ramos versus Jason Rosario. I was actually being told what was going on by a friend of mine, and off the rip, I knew Jesus Ramos was going to come out victorious. Jason Rosario had one of the quickest, fall offs that I've ever witnessed in the sport of boxing, man. Mind you, I watched Jason Rosario stop J-Rock in Philadelphia at the Liacouras Center and become unified champion. You see what I'm saying? And, it seemed like that was like the only moment that he had worth mentioning in his career because ever since then, it's just been a series of disappointment losses or, just fights overall. You feel what I'm saying? Then he ran into Jamel Charlo, lost all his belts. You know what I'm saying? Then he gets stopped by Erickson Lubin. And you know what I'm saying? So when I seen that Jesus Ramos was going up to 160 to face Jason Rosario, I knew it was because it's just to, pack Jesus Ramos, resume. You know what I'm saying? That's a former unified world champion, whether we really respect him as a champion or not, whether he had title defenses or not, Jesus Ramos could look back and be like, yeah, I stopped the former unified champion. Like I got a legit body on my resume because he actually accomplished something. You see what I mean? So I knew that was going to happen. So congratulations to Jesus Ramos. He said he going back down to 54 because he want the smoke that's down there. And I think that's a smart move. Fierro versus Isaac Cruz, man. Now I was able to watch that one. And Isaac Cruz a funny motherfucker, man, because apparently when you box against him, that's not something he's looking for. You running. You know what I'm saying? You running. He don't like
exactly.
He don't like that. You running. So Fierro was like, all right, motherfucker, you ain't got to worry about me running. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming to rumble you. And he said that it's going to be about conditioning and he going to sit in the pocket with Isaac. And Isaac came out guns blazing off the rip. You know what I'm saying? I think like Isaac Cruz only landed like 20-something jabs in 12 rounds. Like these dudes was just toe-to-toe, just getting that shit cracking. You feel me?
Pitbull Cruz, that's a dude that love getting beat to death. Go ahead, Mark.
Yo, and Fierro was getting right with him. And y'all seen how Isaac Cruz lost against Gervonta Davis, but he still somehow made a name for himself because, he surpassed everybody's expectations. Well, Fierro just did the same thing off of Isaac Cruz's name because ain't nobody know who the fuck Fierro was. Now everybody know who Fierro was that was tuned in tonight. You feel what I'm saying? So his stock just went through the roof. I'm sure he's going to be getting some good opportunities, especially over at the PBC side or, whoever is providing him opportunity. You feel what I'm saying? So he put it all on the line tonight, and regardless on whether he won or lost or whatever the case may be, because I've seen some people even rule it a draw. Fierro made a name for himself. And when you make a name for yourself, when you came into the ring with nobody knowing you, you won. You feel what I'm saying? Like you might have lost the battle, but you won the war at the end of the day in terms of like, long-term, benefits. You feel me? So Fierro, expect to hear his name sometime soon in a meaningful fight because he made a name off of Isaac Cruz. But Isaac Cruz got his little Aztec belt. He feeling himself, so it is what it is. Moving on. What we going to? What was the following one?
Fulton Figueroa.
Fulton Figueroa, man. Now, I told you guys I wasn't really too sure of Stephen Fulton, not because of his abilities, but because of his mindset going into the fight. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like he had this careless attitude and things of that nature, but I guess I had misunderstood that for, him actually being very locked in and not giving a fuck about what the media is talking about. I do think, just like Marky Dan had said a little bit earlier on, I do think that the weight actually played to Stephen Fulton's benefit. I thought I was going to play more into Brandon Figueroa's benefit because he does look like a significantly bigger guy. But I ain't going to lie to you. I thought this was, like in terms of performances, I thought this was a step down for Figueroa in comparison to the first fight. Figueroa was attempting to box Fulton throughout the beginning stages of the fight, and I was completely confused by that because there's no way in Brandon Figueroa's head, like logically speaking, that he thinks that he could actually box with Fulton or is even a superior boxer to Stephen Fulton. It just was a waste of time. He switching stance. He's completely confused, and he was just creating easy pickings for Stephen Fulton in the beginning. I think once Figueroa started to figure out that shit wasn't working, that's when he got there trying to make it an inside, gritty, tough fight. And, of course, he landed some good shots, and you can see that Stephen Fulton was feeling, the fatigue, especially in the later rounds. But Stephen Fulton, a dog. You feel what I mean? Great inside work from Stephen Fulton. He was snapping Figueroa head back consistently throughout the rounds. Good angles on the inside. I'm gonna give Bozy the credit for that because that's definitely his specialty. That's definitely something that he get into. Great combinations for Stephen Fulton. He did what he had to do. I thought he won very easily. You know what I'm saying? And it seemed like whatever type of fight they was having at the moment, Fulton was just getting the better of him. And the reality of the situation is Fulton, just based off of their styles, Fulton's going to beat him 10 times out of 10. Just my personal opinion. I just think that he got Figueroa card. You know what I mean? Some fighters just got other fighters' cards like that. I think this is one of the examples of that. So congratulations to Stephen Fulton. 2-division world champion, 3-time champion. Well, 3-time champion in 2 different weight classes. You know what I'm saying? And Philadelphia has another world champion, Jerron Ennis and Stephen Fulton. So one North Philly, one West Philly. So that's super dope. Now we get into the event. What happened?
Oh no, I did want to say something in regard to Fulton before we advance to another topic. I did want to say that honestly, that they gotta after watching that fight, they shouldn't call Shakur boring because I feel like I've seen better Shakur fights than that. I don't know. Do you guys feel the same? Like, do you guys feel like that?
Are
that
you
fight
crazy?
Was
No, let's
yeah.
keep
Do you
to the
guys think
topic,
that
man.
fight wasn't that thrilling?
You don't need to bring up Shakur now.
Yeah, because I feel like
Man,
entertaining
hell
wise, I feel like
that
Shakur's
was
fights have been better than that.
bro. He whooped him.
Yo,
Yo, what up, son?
What's
Let
going
me finish.
And Stephen
this
Fulton
up.
was being
Let him finish, man.
offensive.
Let him finish.
Oh my bad. I was just responding to what he was saying. Go ahead, bro.
No, yeah. I just asked the question. Yeah, like I think that Shakur has had way better thrilling fights and entertainment wise. I feel like that was more entertaining than Fulton because that fight was kind of boring, man. I mean, that fight was boring. In my perception.
what fight was boring?
Fulton.
You're wild.
Nah, that was a good fight to me, man.
Nigga,
Like
that was a boxing masterclass. You're wilding.
I mean, if you like Shakur, you gotta like this fight. I'm a Shakur fan.
Here's
So
the difference.
I definitely like this fight.
Yo, let me explain to you the difference right quick,
That's a
fam.
fact, Teach.
Hey, yo, fam, let me explain to you the difference real quick. With Shakur, you're seeing a person who's backing up OD but not letting his hands go. Stephen Fulton was on the back foot the whole time, but he was counterpunching and reacting first than Figueroa. So I don't want to hear that, bro. That was a great fight.
Nah, because I've seen Shakur, I've seen him move around. I've seen him throw punches. I've seen all that. That was way better. Shakur's fast is way better, bro.
Yeah, all right, that's your opinion.
Okay. I mean, you call out a fight. Which fight was way better?
Anything. The one with Jamel Herring was way better than that.
All right, but you're talking about Jamel Herring.
Okay.
I'm talking about his recent 2 performances, though. I'm talking about
I'm talking about
Santos versus
overall.
Haratunian.
Oh, I'm talking about overall.
I mean, Angelo Leo was a fight of the year contender. A performance of the year for a contender for.
I'm talking about Shakur fights
Fulton.
overall for this fight.
Fight of the year with Brandon Figueroa.
The Herring
Danny
fight
outclassed Danny Roma. Bro, I'm okay. You know what? This is just your opinion.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Totally different style.
I respect it,
totally
but I
different style matchups.
100%. I disagree
That
with
was
it
totally
1,000%.
different style matchups, right? Because this
Stephen
fight was
Fulton
in the
is
pocket.
way more entertaining than Shakur.
Hey, yo,
Right,
I'm not gonna lie though. Fierro versus Pitbull, round 3 was round of the year in my opinion so far.
I think it's either that
bro.
or,
that shit had me on my feet screaming, bro. Pause.
Round 4, they either that one or round 4 of Benavidez Morell. The end of that round when Morell hurt Benavidez and had him stumbling a little bit.
That was the
Benavidez
first time.
came back and hurt him at the end.
I was about to say that too.
That was the first time I've seen Benavidez on skates like that, bro.
Yo,
Morell had him hurt a few times because he had him hurt on the rope, and then Benavidez was pumping himself up. I thought he was hurt, but if Morell had a bit more gas, he could have gone for it.
And
yo,
look, and I don't think it's just gas. Experience. I told
Yeah.
you motherfuckers that. Hold on, let me finish my main event, John.
Yeah, finish it. Yeah.
Phenomenal fucking fight. And this is exactly why I tell you motherfuckers that y'all should not be condoning fighters and promoters and networks marinating fights, because there could have been so many other fights that we could have experienced early on, you know, because you let the people say it. Now they're gonna say that David Morell wasn't experienced enough, he was too green, the fight happens prematurely. And watch, they're gonna do everything they can to try to discredit Benavidez for this win. But little do they know, Morell showed to be very, very credible in this fight. He really showed you that he deserved to be in there despite him only having 11 fights. So let's get into this fight, man. I told you guys I thought David Benavidez was gonna win. I didn't necessarily, I couldn't really see a knockout for some reason, but I did know that it was possible on either side. But I just knew that I had David Benavidez winning that. Why did I have him winning? Because I saw more from David Benavidez, and I felt like a lot of people was, on board with David Morell based off of the eye test, based off of the things that you've seen in previous fights and how the way he finished these dudes. But neither one of them dudes was high caliber fighters, and neither one of those dudes was on the level of a David Benavidez, point blank, period. I knew that Benavidez was going to bring something different to the table and was going to have to make Morell dig deep in his bag of tricks, if he even had any, because in all honesty, the way he was disposing of guys, we didn't even know. There's a lot of things about Morell we didn't know until tonight. One thing we could say about Morell, that motherfucker could take an ass whooping. Because there was certain instances where Benavidez is tearing up his high guard, bro. He's ripping uppercuts down the middle. He's swiping the guard down and ripping hooks, hitting him on the ear, hitting him on the jawline, hitting him on the temple. And Morell, even though he's swelling up and all that, bro, he's still game the entire time. I ain't see no quit in David Morell. I ain't see no bitch in David Morell. And to be honest with you, Morell was strong throughout the entire course of the 12 rounds. One of the things that Morell was capable of. I didn't know that he could. I thought that he might show. I thought he might be very heavily fatigued in 12 rounds. I thought he might have gassed out. No, of course he, that stamina was going down. Benavidez looked like he was a little tired too. I ain't even gonna lie to you in certain instances throughout the fight. And Morell's power was present throughout the entire course.
I thought Morell won the championship rounds. I thought he won 10 through 12.
Listen,
I thought honestly, hold on. Oh, my fault.
No, you good. So I think what really played his course, and even though you may believe that he won the championship rounds, I feel like there was things that Morell experienced in this fight that he was not prepared for because he's never seen it before. First of all, even though David Benavidez got rocked a few times throughout the fight, he absorbed a lot of shots from Morell too, and he stood up to them pretty well. And I know for a fact Morell had hit Benavidez with certain shots, and he like, damn, how this motherfucker still in front of me? How the fuck that didn't get his attention? How the fuck is he still coming forward? This was like the first time that Morell had hit somebody and they still showed no type of fear. That's something new. That's something new for Morell, because usually when Morell cracks shit, it go down. You feel what I'm saying? So it was a lot of inexperience and, overall just green shit on Morell's part. I think that really hurt him in this fight. I think that if he would have been a little bit more experienced, if they would have given him a little bit more time to grow, you feel what I'm saying? This might have went a different way. You feel what I'm saying? But this is going to make Morell a totally different monster. I had a score at 8-4. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give him a lot. 8-4 is not, a bad thing for somebody like Morell, who's very inexperienced at a championship level in the pros. You feel what I'm saying? So I think that Benavidez, what helped him out was his volume punch, and I thought he outworked Morell a lot. Morell was hiding behind the high guard a lot of times, and he wasn't really responding behind the high guard how he should have. You know what I'm saying? I seen David Benavidez catching and shooting. You know what I'm saying? I seen him working Morell against the ropes. It was he did a lot of good shit, bro. But I just think that he out hustled him, and I think that's what really played his part in the fight. You know what I'm saying? But Morell definitely showed that he's an elite level fighter. You know, this make me excited to see Morell in there with other top guys, whether it's at 168 or 175. So David Benavidez, get that man an opportunity at the winner of Bivol Better Be, man. Regardless of who wins, I think he's deserving of that opportunity. He wasn't granted that big opportunity at 168, so hopefully he could get that blessing at 175 and really put himself to the test. Because regardless of who wins between Bivol and Better Be in this next bout, it's going to be the toughest matchup of his career thus far. So congratulations to David Benavidez, man. He proved me right.
Congrats. Yeah,
Hey,
man.
yo.
I think you guys should go back and Mark just said it again. Just to make sure that you guys saw it. What affected Morell to me was that high guard, man. Like that high guard completely blocked off his vision. Like he didn't see when Benavidez was throwing those punches. And David Benavidez through the whole 12 rounds, that's what he was capitalizing on. Whenever Morell had that high guard up,
that's Morell would just freeze up. Morell would freeze up.
Hey, yo, I will say this real quick, though, right? Based on the inexperience of David Morell, there was many chances where I could tell my pops about it. I'm like, yo, there's an overhand left somewhere, and I see it that would hurt Benavidez bad. I kept seeing it, but he didn't throw it. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if y'all seen what I was seeing, but every time that he would throw that Benavidez would throw a combination, he would leave his hands down for a split second. And that split second, he could have thrown an overhand left and clipped, buddy. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was seeing. And I'm like, yo, if he had a little bit more experience, he would have landed it. But he didn't throw it at all. That was just me, though. It was an amazing fight. I really wasn't expecting dude to really like I wasn't expecting a great ass performance how I seen. I was like, yo, this is amazing. This is a great fight. I would love to see a rematch. No bullshit.
I was expecting a knockout, man. Like I just thought one would come. It never did, but both guys were completely tired, in my opinion, if you were to ask me.
Nah, I didn't honestly see fatigue in any fighter. I just seen a lot of patience and a lot of mistakes from both guys, where I could have really seen a knockout shot. And I'm like, damn, these guys could have really went for it if they would have seen it how I seen it.
Like, to me, the person who would have gotten a knockout.
We'll move on.
I thought Benavidez.
Hopefully, we could get the rematch down the line, but for now, we're gonna see if Benavidez could get the winner of Beterbiev, Bivol, whoever that is. Hopefully, he could beat them, or we get Canelo to bring his little scaredy cat ass up to 175 for the Mexican Civil War.
Canelo doesn't want to see him.
I feel like after Canelo see this shit, if he hasn't already, he definitely not gonna fight that motherfucker, bro. Because now Benavidez done showed you that he could be hurt and still be in the mix with the motherfuckers. You know how Canelo would hit a motherfucker, boof, and then after that they get their respect, and then that shit calmed down a little bit. Like Jaime Munguia, when he got hit with the uppercut, he got up and like his energy changed, and all that shit. Benavidez was wobbled when Morell cracked him. Boom. Morell cracked him, and David Benavidez, you can see it in his eyes all big and shit. That nigga on Queer Street low key, and he's still throwing shit.
Yeah, he bounced back. He bounced back and fought through it.
This nigga Benavidez don't give a fuck. Like this nigga was on the line, bro. That nigga was on the line of fire, and he just kept don't like he could have literally got his shit iced right there. He still was letting his hands go.
And Mazuma, remember what I told you? Benavidez has the most dog in this game, and that's what makes him dangerous.
He's showing it.
Yo, no bullshit. In that moment when Morell hit him after the bell, honestly, I think that point deduction was bullshit. But I understand why he deducted a point. Yes, it was after the bell. Was it on purpose? No, it was probably in the heat of the moment.
He deducted a point because he knows that he realized that the first knockdown, okay, that was some bullshit. So let me use this opportunity to take this point,
Nah,
so
but
that in the end they
Oh
can't
yeah, to
say
try to
I
get it off
influenced
him.
the fight.
To
But
try to get
still,
the guilt off him.
I think that was bullshit.
if you watch
Well,
it
first off,
closely,
the first call was bullshit in general. But still, if you're gonna make that call, stand on it.
if you watch it closely,
Because in
Benavidez,
the end, you had an influence on the fight, bro.
if you watch it closely, Benavidez hit him after the bell, and that's why Morell reacted that way.
Yep, exactly. Thank you. I seen that exact moment Teach was
Yeah, I
talking
didn't
about,
see
and I was
about
like, "Yo,
Benavidez hitting.
But the difference is Benavidez was in the heat of the moment, and then the bell rung, so you really can't blame Benavidez for that. But you
yep."
could
And then
blame Morell
Morell
for the other one.
responded. Morell responded with a reaction. You feel me? How
Yeah.
anybody would.
Yeah, that's a fact. But I'm gonna tell y'all from experience, when you in the heat of the moment, sometimes you don't hear the bell. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Sometimes you don't hear the bell, and as loud as that crowd was, I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't hear that shit at all. So it probably was just,
Nah, for sure.
It was probably just a mistake. But Benavidez, I feel like the only, Morell's not the only person we learned about today, man. We learned a lot about Benavidez too. That was the first time I've ever seen him wobble like that, like his legs looked like that, and he was unfazed, like his body was phased. But mentally,
like his body was phased, but his mentality was unfazed.
Bro, he still was on go. Like that nigga's a fucking dog. Cause that shit right there is gonna deter Canelo even more.
Do you think this is going to affect Benavidez moving forward? Because too much dog, man, that could be bad.
Well, I'm gonna say this about Benavidez, man. He don't really got a history of taking punishment. You feel me? Like you can't really name me too many fights where he was all swelled up or beat up or took a lot of damage. Like Morell is probably the most damage he ever took throughout his career.
This was his hardest fight to me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, and I don't even think he took that crazy. Like Cruz, that motherfucker took some damage. Brandon Figueroa, he took some damage tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Benavidez got hit with some shit, yeah, but I don't think it's gonna have no crazy effect on him. You know what I'm saying? He's still youthful, and then on top of that, like he don't got a history of taking punishment. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's gonna have that much of an effect. But
listen, if
they said Benavidez has 5 more fights that look like that, then it's a cause for concern. You
let
feel
me
what I
ask
mean?
you a question, Mark. What if that was Benavidez who hurt him? I mean, what if that was Beterbiev who hurt him?
Ooh.
Now you got to be more smart, right?
Of course,
for sure.
Yeah. Not to mention though, Benavidez was blocking a majority of Morell's attack, so yeah, he didn't take much damage at all.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. That shot that Morell hit him with that got him dropped, I know for a fact that played an effect on how he was moving, because honestly, that shot was a big shot, and I could tell it rattled him by the way he reacted to it. He was like, "Oh, word, you hit me with some crazy shit. I'm about to go on go." And that proved to me.
He was off balance though, bro. That wasn't like no real knockdown.
Yeah.
It's off balance to me.
Nah, I'm hit, but it still counted. You feel me? Like he still clipped him while he was off balance, which made him stumble and
bro. What he hit him like on the shoulder?
Yeah, he hit him on like the back of the shoulder or something.
Nah, he hit him like on his chin, like not chin
Isn't it
area,
the
but like
face?
neck to chin area.
You gotta rewind that slime.
Watch it again. Yeah.
He hit his shoulders, bro.
Oh, I gotta rewatch it then.
Yeah, that pissed Benavidez off because he got a count.
Yeah, because he got the drop.
That's what pissed him off. He was like, "Oh shit, I gotta get this back."
But the point I'm trying to make is that he got reckless in like those split seconds, which caught him in between shots. You know what I'm trying to say? Like when he was shooting his shit, Morell, there was a split second. I don't know if y'all saw it, where he caught him with like not an overhand, with a straight right hand, and it like stumbled him just a little tad bit for him to get that other shot off that was after the bell. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I don't know if y'all saw that.
Agent 007 said he already got the video of the drop or whatever. He said he could send it.
Oh, all right. Send it then, agent.
Yeah, send that John.
Hey, there's a fight that I want to talk to you guys about. I don't know if you guys saw like the undercard, the free portion.
Okay.
Yeah, the
So
preliminaries.
the Cuello and the
I heard that was
Olivero
a really
fight.
good fight, but I didn't see it.
So listen, right? It was a good fight. Um, in the last round, pretty much Olivero or whatever his name is, he got knocked down to the body shot, knocked him down once, and then a second body shot knocked him down a second time. But he got up and he beat the count, and the ref waved it off. But the official judge's scorecard had the dude up. So all he had to do was survive. And if he had survived that round, he would have won. To me, the ref pretty much did a bad job. The dude got up after the count. He looked like he wanted to continue, and the ref just waved it off. That was a bad stoppage in my opinion, which pretty much caused him a good upset because Cuello, he was a guy who had the higher odds pretty much.
Oh, you know what else I wanted to mention too about the Benavidez Morell shit? Remember when people was making their predictions about Morell, saying how he come from the Cuban school and his footwork is crazy and he could move all around the ring, and I was like, bro, what fight did he ever show you that he could do that? He always been a fucking a downhill, like come forward aggressive motherfucker. When he ever showed you that he could box on the back foot? It was like, oh well, but he Cuban. That don't fucking mean nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? And did he utilize movement in this fight with Benavidez? Yeah, there was points in time where he was on the back foot, but Morell showed a lot of like you could tell that's not really his game neither though. Not every Cuban fight the same. You know what I'm saying? Not every Cuban fight like a fucking prime Erzlandi Lara where they using their legs for all 12 rounds and just pot shotting people and just getting out of the way. Like, no, there's some flat-footed Cuban motherfuckers that like to trade and really hurt you and get you up out of there too. And watching Morell, you could tell like his style not really based off of all that movement and all that shit. Because there was periods in time where he literally was stuck behind his high guard and was just letting Benavidez rip off. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, damn, why he not using his feet? And then I thought to myself, man, that shit probably just not his game.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. I was
That's
peeping
just not
that
who he
too.
is.
I was peeping that too, but like I would put Morell in the category. Like, I don't know if this makes sense, but I'd put him in like what he showed tonight was like a brawler, boxer, puncher at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense to you.
No,
But that's from what I see.
He could do a little bit of everything. But what I'm saying is, like, that's not his primary game. Like, they ain't his go-to, or he's not gonna do that consistently throughout a fight.
Yeah. Like it'll be some spots where he will do that.
He gonna do it in spots, but he not gonna do it throughout the entire course of the fight. That's just not who he is. You feel what I'm saying?
Gotta give Benavidez his props, man. Like, he never has an issue cutting off the ring. That's why Morell was always on the ropes the entire fight. Dude keeps his opponent right in front of him. So
Morell was on them ropes. Them combinations was vicious. I'm surprised Morell didn't really show himself getting really hurt all like that, bro. Because he was getting hit with shit.
What I would say is if Morell fought like how he did in the championship rounds, I feel like that honestly would have won him the fight, because there was moments where he was actually smothering Benavidez, and Benavidez was like, damn, this nigga's really throwing some shit. Like, no bullshit. I seen that shit, and I'm like, yo, there's chances that he could have won this fight if he would have been like more active towards the beginning of the fight.
But when you not experienced,
nah, I'm hip. When you're not experienced, that shit will really play a factor.
I'm not trying to play you with nothing like that. But I'm telling the people that's in the chat right now. But when you not experienced, you fuck yourself over like that. And I told niggas when this fight got announced, I'm like, yo, Morell a baby, bro. And they're like, oh no, he gonna dog walk Benavidez. And I said, yo, listen, I recognize him as a threat. Don't get it fucked up. I know Morell is a threat. He showed it tonight. He had me a little nervous a couple times. I'm like, oh shit. But the thing is, when you look at both of these guys, it's night and day in terms of experience. In terms of experience, it's like Benavidez got it all day.
Yeah,
Nah, for sure.
And it's so much easier to trust Benavidez's character because he done been through some shit in the ring. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you know, Morell showed to be the goods, thank God. But we could be, if the Nick, it could have easily been a whole different story if he wasn't. Imagine Morell would have got flatlined in 3 rounds. It was like, damn, this nigga was a product of good matchmaking. We'd be having a whole different type of conversation right now.
If you look at effective punches, man, you definitely 100% got to give it to Benavidez. A lot of punches Morell threw actually, like, Benavidez was blocking them, like they landed on his arms. So, and you could check the CompuBox, you see it also. But Benavidez.
Pagat Petit says, what y'all think about Benavidez power at 175? Well, look, man, like do y'all see that much of a difference?
Yeah, I actually do. Because from what I was seeing,
Benavidez never been like this big dynamic puncher, though. Even at 68, he was never like that big dynamic puncher. He was always that high volume, fuck you up type shit.
Nah, I'm hip, but like eventually, like those shots would get through and really put pressure on them niggas, and like he would pressure fight them more and get them up out of there. That's what I didn't see in this fight. That's why I was like, I think his power kind of deteriorated in like at 175, in my opinion.
He still looks
only 2 fights in, so we got to see.
Yeah, Vosdick was big as shit, and fucking Benavidez, he said he had like 3 different injuries going on. Well, Morell, that's an undefeated bull who showed to be durable as fuck. Look at Morell, and I hate to really say this, but you know, obviously he doing some type of damage. Man, Morell's shit was calm.
Yeah, his side of his face was messed up. You could see it.
He ain't get to break his mouth like you know what I mean? But at the same time, he had 175. These is bigger niggas than 168. Like these dudes boiling down from 200 plus pounds to make 175.
No, I'm already, but like,
yeah, but I don't really see this big like difference in power with him moving up. I really don't.
Me, honestly, I think this is the most trouble I've actually seen Benavidez in, where I was like, oh shit. Even that knockdown, bro, I got up off my chair, bro. I was sitting down. I got right the fuck up. I was like, holy shit. No way. And then like the cut, it was a minor cut. It wasn't nothing crazy, but it was still a cut. Like I haven't seen Benavidez cut.
That was the same cut that he got in sparring. That's some bad scar tissue. He need to take care of that. That was the same cut that he suffered in sparring before the Vosdick fight. He said he had to get 13 stitches. And I guess he ain't really let that shit heal. You know what I'm saying? Or like really, heal all the way. Well, I guess when you got scar tissue, it's bound to open up if it get hit again. So fucking he gonna have to do something about that, bro. That's gonna keep being a problem. You feel me? That was the same cut. That shit opened right back up, and he probably gotta get stitched up after the fight.
Now let me ask you this question: Who do you favor Benavidez to fight, Beterbiev or Bivol?
I think he will have an easier time with Bivol.
All right. And they sparred before too, so
yeah. Beterbiev is more dangerous for Benavidez because not only is he. I think from a stylistic standpoint, Beterbiev is more dangerous for Benavidez because, for one, Beterbiev not gonna have to look for Benavidez. He gonna be there. Then it's like, also Benavidez, although he has solid defense, his defense got to be damn near perfect to not get hurt by Beterbiev. And then if you do get hurt by Beterbiev, Benavidez is a hell of a fucking finisher. Who's to say you gonna make it out that round?
Not for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Bivol's the easier opponent because you can make more mistakes with him, and I think have more consistent success with him without having to worry about getting hurt.
But I will say this: Benavidez does get hit a lot, but that also makes niggas prone to like thinking they're comfortable just shooting off their shit, which makes Benavidez a dangerous fighter because he could really put you out with one shot. You know what I'm saying? Like if he lands clean, it's over. He'll hurt you, and then it's easy. Like you said, he's a hell of a finisher. So I would really see, in my opinion, I see Benavidez not getting stopped, but getting really, really hurt and like making it towards the end of the fight. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion.
Yo, Agent 007, you just sent me that on Facebook. That's you? Let me know.
With the Bivol fight, Bivol is going to utilize a lot of foot movement. And that would be an interesting fight with Benavidez to see how he deals with that.
Either fight is going to be tough for Benavidez. I ain't going to lie to you. But I think Bivol will be the safest route.
I'm going to say this. I see Bivol losing to a Benavidez because Bivol only uses his footwork when people are going on the back foot. Other than that, Benavidez really doesn't take any steps back like we even seen in the Morell fight. He doesn't really take that many steps back. So, like, I would really see Bivol having a hard time trying to make Benavidez back up, which I would see Benavidez teeing off on him because he does like to hold the high guard all the time. So I see Benavidez just teeing off and winning rounds, in my opinion.
Yo, Agent, my fault again. That name looked familiar. You was hitting me up on Facebook, on Instagram too. If that was you, hit me back up on Instagram so I could follow you, because I'll be denying niggas I don't know and shit like that. That name looked familiar. So if you was hitting me up on Instagram too, hit me back up on there so I could follow you. That name looked familiar. But
honestly, another thing I see, like with Benavidez and Bivol, is Benavidez's pressure. Like from what I've seen, at least from Bivol, Benavidez's fight, I really don't think that Bivol likes being comfortable on the back foot. I think that really makes him uncomfortable, and that would play a key factor in Benavidez's fight because Benavidez really don't take steps back, like I said.
Nah, Bivol is very balanced. Like he fights off the back foot very well. You gotta watch him to see. Like he backs and he has an offense while backing up too.
Yeah, but that I feel like that him backing up against Benavidez is gonna prove like a problem because Benavidez does like to let his hands go when he sees people on the back foot, and like that'll make him comfortable to really shoot his shit off. Which I feel like with Bivol's high guard, that's gonna prove a problem because Bivol's high guard isn't really that good, as you've seen from the Benavidez fight. He was getting through his high guard. You know what I'm saying? And a person like Benavidez likes to really break your guard. Like he'll move your hand down with his left hand and really shoot a straight flip you.
He'll swipe the guard down and come over the top.
Yeah, type shit. Yeah, that.
Bella Faith said if Benavidez hypothetically fights Bivol and wins, the case for him being the Mexican boxing king is solidified. Yo, on some real shit, I agree with you. And I think that's why Canelo been talking so crazy about rematching Bivol. I think that he would rather take that opportunity from Benavidez in comparison to Benavidez taking that opportunity and beating somebody that he lost to already. I think that would really kill Canelo pride, bro. That might be the shit that make Canelo want to fight Benavidez for real, bro. That might be the shit that really hurt that man pride. Like, oh, this nigga just beat the motherfucker who beat me, and now they saying he the king. Oh, I gotta go rumble this nigga. That might be.
And honestly, in my opinion, I'm just gonna say it, bro. I think Benavidez and Canelo is a 50-50.
Shit.
In my opinion, it's a 50-50.
Yeah, Canelo too. Can you imagine Canelo getting hit with them combinations he got hit, that Morell was getting hit with tonight? Canelo not taking them punches, bro. He not dealing with that pressure. He not gonna have the stamina to keep up with Benavidez. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but besides Angel Cotto, we haven't really seen Canelo really hurt to the point where you say, "Oh shit, this nigga might go down."
No, I'm not saying that Benavidez are really hurt Canelo. Canelo's sturdy, he's solid. What I'm saying is he'll get his ass whooped.
Yeah, I feel like Benavidez would rip.
What's the difference?
I've got my ass whooping sparring and wasn't hurt. I'm getting fried. Like I just think he'd get fried, bro. This the thing, bro. Canelo always been a sucker for a jab. Ever since Canelo moved up in weight, his stamina has not been the same, which is why he starts so late in his fights and then picks it up at the end. He reserves his gas tank because his gas tank isn't like how it used to be at 154. Benavidez conditioning is one of his best attributes. Benavidez has an underrated jab, in my opinion, and he has a way about his defense where he understands range. He understands how far he is from his opponent, where he doesn't really get hit that clean too often. I think that Benavidez will make I think he'll make Canelo fight outside his pace. I think he'll gas out in the mid and those mid rounds like he did against Bivol. Because one thing Bivol did that was excellent against Canelo was making him uncomfortable and making him fight at a pace that is untraditional to him. You feel what I'm saying? Because Canelo, if he want to throw, let's say he want to throw 15 punches in round one, right? But Bivol throwing a fucking 8 to 10 punch combination 4 times throughout the round. Canelo got no choice but to fight the fuck back. You know what I'm saying? Because it's either gonna be, all right, I gotta punch this, I gotta punch with this nigga to get him off of me, or I'm gonna get punched on. You think Canelo wanna get punched on?
Nah, hell no.
The way that you saw this fight, this specific fight, Mark, the Benavidez and Morell, you picked experience. So I gotta pick experience with Canelo and Benavidez.
You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with that though, because you gotta be careful when you pick an experience, because sometimes experience can mean high mileage.
Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that it's not going to be a dangerous fight for Canelo. It is, but I think experience is going to play a part in that fight for sure.
Okay.
Hey, yo, Rodney just texted me. He said Canelo cleans him out. Honestly, yo, Rodney doesn't see what I see with Benavidez versus Canelo. I think it'll be a really, really hard-ass fight for Canelo. Do I see Canelo winning? Yes, there's possibilities where I see Canelo winning, but there's also big possibilities where I see Benavidez winning. No, it's not going to be no knockout, but I see, if it gets towards the later rounds, I see Canelo tiring out and Benavidez taking over in the championship rounds. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Trying to tell you that look, man, how the way Canelo moves, if he saw what y'all saw, he would have been fought the nigga.
For sure.
Yeah, I think Canelo's afraid of him, to be honest. But I just think that there's no reason.
Kill Canelo, bro. That output, don't fuck that combination and that pressure, bro. Canelo don't want to fight on no motherfucking back foot, bro. He gonna try to walk the Benavidez and run into so much shit that he gonna be like, damn, this motherfucker Benavidez don't get tired.
That's one thing I will say. I don't see Canelo fighting on the back foot versus Benavidez, but
where he gonna go?
Say this.
They're gonna be right in the center.
Let me check. Let me put you all on to how I'm thinking about this fight going. I don't see Canelo taking a back foot. I see him going forward and Benavidez on the back foot. But I also feel like, listen, check this out. Let me rock.
Fuck up.
I feel like there's gonna be moments where both of them might be on the back foot, but I feel like Benavidez is gonna be more on the back foot, just being wary of the power that's coming behind Canelo's shots. Because I feel like Canelo is going to try to get him out of there as fast as possible so he doesn't have to deal with the output that's going to come after.
Benavidez just showed you tonight that he don't give a fuck about nobody power. This nigga was on noodle legs and act like nothing that was going on, cuz. He don't give a fuck about no Canelo pop. Canelo gonna try to walk the Benavidez and run into so much shit, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. He don't want to deal with that. That nigga will bleed in that fight, bro. Canelo will.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like we will see Canelo finally cut in that fight. I honestly see that.
He
I'm
ain't
not
get
gonna
cut
lie to
since
you, Mark.
he ain't get cut since like Triple G. He will bleed against fucking David Benavidez, bro. Trying to tell you that fucking he gonna run into jabs. Canelo gonna try to walk to him with a fucking high guard. Benavidez gonna be frying that high guard. You seen what he just did tonight?
Nah, for sure. But I in my opinion, I see a 50-50.
Everything that Canelo brings to the table, Benavidez is gonna present a problem to that. I'm telling you, stylistically, he all wrong for Canelo at this point in his career. Canelo look, and we were just talking about Canelo being old for a hot ass minute, but then he fight 2 fucking turkeys back to back, and everybody forget the nigga looking old.
I hope
for sure.
Canelo sees this fight. I hope Canelo sees this fight, and he pulls a Mikey Garcia. I see something, and decides to fight Benavidez.
Nigga,
check this out.
He ain't got no balls like Mikey, cuz.
Check this out. In my opinion, I don't see a Canelo that's getting old. I see a Canelo that's getting comfortable with his ability at 168, feeling comfortable walking niggas down with the high guard and this and this and that. But I feel like, honestly, and let me double back on this. I feel like he thought that Bevo was gonna be an easy cherry pick and easily found out it was a hard fight. But I feel like with Benavidez, that nigga is gonna be at 100 because he knows he could lose. He knows that he could lose. So I feel like Canelo's gonna be at 100 and really try to put on. And I feel like that's gonna be a hard fight for Benavidez.
Okay.
You gotta hurt Benavidez to beat him. And there's only 2 guys that I see that could do that. Is pretty much Benavidez or Canelo.
Silk Bando said Reynoso was at the fight. Don't Reynoso sponsor Pitbull with his gloves and shit like that? That no boxing, no life. No boxing, no life. Don't he be wearing them gloves? Reynoso, let's not make it seem like Reynoso was there for Benavidez because he wasn't.
Yo, real quick, my fault to get off topic. Real quick, I think Pitbull lost that fight. In my opinion. I had it towards the end of the fight. I really had Fierro winning because of the connections. Like, yeah, fucking Pitbull started off real good. But towards the end of the fight,
got
bro,
hurt. What round was that?
Yeah, he did get hurt.
I think you're talking about round 7. I think you're talking about round 7 when he got clipped with that hook.
And that was like the first time I've seen Pitbull get hurt.
I seen him take that awkward step. I was like, oh shit. And then the round ended. I was like,
I seen Ryo kind of rock Pitbull with an uppercut. But
I know exactly what uppercut you're talking about. That's the uppercut that he literally both his feet got off the floor. I don't care what.
Yeah, that nigga was on his tip. That shit put him on his tippy toes on some ballerina shit.
Man, for real.
Fierro, not even on his tippy toes, bro. That shit really lifted him off the fucking canvas, bro. Like real nigga shit. That nigga levitated for like a split second.
Kell Brook and Triple G, bro. You remember when Kell Brook hit that nigga Triple G with a Superman punch, bro? That nigga said, "Boof!" This nigga Triple G came off both feet, bro. Nigga was levitating for like 0.3 seconds, came back down and started punching on Kell Brook, bro. That shit was fucking hilarious, dog.
Nah, I'm already hip. Yo, bro. Honestly, bro, I was like, oh shit, yo, bro, Pitbull is in for a tough fight, bro. When the second round happened and I seen this nigga eat the nastiest left hook of my life, I was like, nah, this nigga's in for a fucking night of his life, bro. Yeah, Fierro took that shot. He stumbled a little bit, but then he really composed himself and was like, bing, bing, bing. I was like, oh shit.
Nah, I gave it to Pitbull though. I think Pitbull had like the more effective punches.
Nah.
But Fierro, Fierro, the dude actually came. The dude actually came to box, man. But Pitbull wasn't having that. Like he was like, I can't box with this guy. I really got to sit down and fight him. And that's what
Yo,
they did.
here's the thing. Pitbull's not a boxer. Yo, and no levels of the sport did Pitbull show that he could box in that fight.
Oh, for sure.
All
Like,
he
you
showed,
can't
all
box.
he showed was straight pressure, and it failed him.
Only
I
one
feel like
style.
his next fight, he's gonna lose his next fight by knockout. The way I seen
Bro,
that
this nigga,
Fierro hit him.
I was cracking the fuck up at the jab stats, bro. This nigga Eastside Cruz, I think he only landed like 20
One.
jabs. No, bro. Listen, he landed only like 20 something jabs in 12 rounds. I like, bro, that's literally like 2 jabs a round.
I saw one clean jab from Cruz, and I was shocked, man. I was surprised.
Yo, that shit surprised you. Like when somebody get dropped. When Eastside Cruz throw a jab, I act the same way. Like if the nigga got slept, I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, yo, a fucking jab. I'm like, yo, that shit crazy.
Nah, yo, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I really want to see a rematch between Fierro and Pitbull. Fuck the Rayo Pitbull fucking rematch. I want to see Fierro and Pitbull rematch.
Pitbull don't want. Pitbull said he don't want to fight Rayo no more.
I think this is a setup fight for Tank.
He had the chance. He had the chance. He had a whole rematch clause. He was like, nah, because he be running, and I don't want to fight guys who run. No, nigga, you just can't box. You bum ass nigga.
I think this is a setup fight for Tank, man.
Hold on. We got some breaking news. It said, yo, Mark, David went at it with David Morrell, manager, at the post fight. Oh my God. This nigga Morrell, manager, old ass, look like he be all coked up. Trying to talk.
Can you
oh man, here we go.
Put the comment up?
See this. I gotta see. Hold up. Luka got traded to the Lakers.
Yeah, he did.
Luka Doncic?
Yep.
Oh shit, to the Lakers?
They traded him for Anthony Davis.
Oh, they fucked up. Dallas is gonna be trash now. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Dallas is gonna be fucking garbage without Luka Doncic.
I ain't want to get into the basketball talk, but I just read that. That's kind of crazy.
Nah, quick. Let me.
You already know who put that call in. That
Yo, I just recently started getting into basketball, bro. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Trading Luka Doncic to the Lakers for AD is a crazy move. It's a really bold move.
He's gonna be on his way out soon, so
all I'm gonna say is this: the Lakers is stacked right now. But I don't see him winning the finals.
Yo, then LeBron talk about how he need a big man or some shit like that.
That was a while back.
And trading AD for Luka Doncic is fucking insane.
Nah, but AD wasn't really doing nothing though. Like,
yeah, but AD was the best big man the fucking Lakers ever had.
Yeah, but if he's not effective, you gotta trade him, right? Like,
yeah, but you're gonna bring him. You're gonna bring him to a team that almost won the fucking finals last year, and completely fuck up the momentum they had coming into this year. It's crazy, in my opinion.
Hold on, I'm trying to figure out where these niggas was arguing at.
All I know is that the Celtics is gonna win again this year. That's all I know. My Celtics is taking over this year again.
Hold on.
I don't want to end it. He called me a thief, man. And I'm not just sitting here. Are you a thief? Hey, I wish I could check you guys.
Hold on.
I will never see again. Let's focus more on the fight. You know this is yours because I spoke back to you. I wanted what I expect. You want to give
Benavidez gave Morell his belt back. So that's dope. You know, for those of y'all who don't know, you know that's tradition, right? You know you don't go back home with the belt you take from your opponent, typically.
Yeah, you get a new belt.
Yeah, by tradition when the fight is over. When y'all a lot of people don't know this actually. I was actually talking to my homie. He was like, "For real? I thought you leave with the belt." Nah. So
Hey,
you can, but that's not like tradition. You know what I mean? That's kind of disrespectful. And plus, like it got the guy name on it and all that
Yeah,
shit.
the name.
Take it home when they gonna send you a new belt anyway.
Mhm.
So they'll give you you gotta go to whenever the fuck y'all run into each other, whatever, you give the belt back. You feel what I'm saying? Bernard Hopkins got a story where he genuinely hated the motherfucker he took the belt from. So they was like, "Yo, bro, you gotta get a boy." He's like, "No, fuck no, I ain't giving you shit." Like B-Hop was an asshole, bro. B-Hop literally kept that nigga belt and got a new one.
hey, yo, I'm not gonna lie, Mark. You just taught me something new because I didn't know that was a thing. I'm not gonna fucking lie to you.
Yeah, bro.
I deadass didn't know that. Now I know that's dope.
Yeah, you give the belt back because you know that is his belt. That's why like when motherfuckers like, you know, you got motherfuckers who, you know, lost a couple fights, but they still got them WBC belts chilling at their crib. It's because it's theirs.
They actually package it real well too. They got a suitcase and everything.
Yeah, I remember I was at Bosie's gym the one time that Fulton brought in his not the WBC, the first one he won. I think it was a WBO. And they had that shit they expensive ass fucking case and shit like that. Yeah, I was able to see Fulton's WBO when he beat Leo.
Hey, yo, real quick, right? I know this is a crazy matchup, but I see it's a possibility. You know what I'm saying? They're not that far off. I want to see Morell versus Andre now.
That'd be fire.
That'll be a good fight.
Andre not going to take that though, man. Andre been calling out Caleb Plant, and I want to know why Caleb Plant be so quiet.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. Mark. I see Caleb Plant beating the shit out of fucking Andrade.
He might, but Andre's still one of them dudes up there. Look, the two top niggas at 68 besides Canelo at 75 now, and they just fought each other, right? So that leaves a whole lot of opportunity for Andre to get a big shot at 68. You feel what I'm saying?
But I feel like if Canelo and let's say Andre and Canelo fight, I feel like Canelo's gonna wash him easy, in my opinion.
Bro, Canelo.
That's not a good fight to make, in my opinion.
Canelo avoided that man for 3 weight classes, bro.
Nah, but that really don't matter. It's the styles, bro. I think Andrade's style versus Canelo won't be a good one, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own opinion. But I feel like
doesn't like movers.
I think 154 Andre was a fucking animal.
And honestly, and this is another one I want to see. I want to see Andre versus Jamal.
That's Plant's work, man. Plant need that one.
Oh nah. Let me just break the record real quick. Yeah, this nigga Maul got slapped up and didn't do shit against Plant. But in a real boxing term, this nigga Jamal's gonna box circles around Caleb Plant, bro. I'm sorry. I'm just keeping it in the game.
No, he's not.
Best jab in the game,
bro.
man.
Yeah, he is.
Why you think Jamal the same nigga?
Bro, besides, all right, let's really break it down, right? Besides all the bullshit and all his alcoholic fucking rants on Instagram Live, Jamal's still a very dangerous motherfucker, bro.
I'm not saying he not, but I'm telling you what make you feel like he the same hitman that he used to be.
Number one, all right.
He had one fight.
I understand.
How long? Well, he had one fight in how long? And how many years? 2-3 years?
For sure. And that was only what's his name? Jose Benavidez. That's not
Jose Benavidez was fighting at 140.
Yeah, that's nothing crazy to me, but it's the fact that he did
his mindset not the same. He was about to fight fucking Thomas Lamana, Cornflake, the one Erislandy Lara put to sleep. And they called
which I honestly I'm glad that fight
didn't worry about boxing right now. Chill out. No,
I'm glad that fight didn't materialize because that would have really looked bad on Jamal's part. But let's not count out Jamal, bro. Jamal's still Jamal Charlo, bro. Besides all the bullshit,
You
when
don't
he
know
gets
that.
once he gets in that ring, he turns into a
You
whole different
assume
nigga, bro.
you assuming, Slime. You don't know that.
Nah, I'm hip. I'm assuming, but like I feel from what I've seen out of Jamal Charlo is that he could rise to the occasion no matter what he fucking faces in his
You know
shit.
what I've seen? You know what I've seen, Slime, in my life? Niggas who I seen come up be absolute killers, and then them going through some shit and never looking like themselves again. That's what I've seen.
For sure. I understand
And
what
I'm
you're
not
saying.
saying that's Jamal, but it could be Jamal. It could be.
It could be.
That man
Honestly,
was on IG Live. That nigga was on IG Live, and they were talking about, yeah, Jamal, when you coming back? This nigga drunk as shit on a boat somewhere talking about, man, I don't even care about boxing no more, man. I just want to be with my family. I don't even be worried about boxing. Like, nigga, what?
honestly, yeah, I understand what you're saying. Like, that's crazy for a boxer to say. But you gotta understand, fam. Niggas go through shit that, like, mentally, bro, breaks them down. You
I
know what I'm saying?
understand that, but with that being known, how could you trust this nigga in a boxing ring if he has that mentality? Everybody go through their shit. Some people go through some life-altering shit where boxing not a priority no more. All right, cool. I get it. I went through my shit where I had to walk away from boxing, and I haven't been back since then. What I'm saying is, with him going through that and him letting you know that his mindset is not where it used to be, and boxing is something he does not prioritize, why would you trust that man in the ring moving forward? That shit, that gotta be like playing Russian roulette, nigga.
I'm gonna explain why I have so much faith in Jamal Charlo.
Okay.
Right?
Good.
Let me finish. Let me finish when I say this. Yes, he has an O. I don't think he wants to let that O go. Let me finish. Hold on. Yeah. I feel like that nigga, if you put him in a situation where it's like a rock in a hard place, I feel like Jamal Charlo has shown that he could really pull through that fire, even though all the adversity he's faced in his life, in his career. You know what I'm saying? Like all that bullshit, getting drunk. Yeah, I personally don't agree with that because a boxer shouldn't really be doing stupid shit like that in the world of boxing. But like from the Jose Benavidez fight, yes, that's Jose Benavidez. Is nothing really crazy, bro. If there was a few more seconds in that 10th round, Benavidez would have went to sleep, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like what I seen from Charlo is like, yo, I could really rise to this occasion. You know what I'm saying? I could really put on, and that mentality bullshit I got going on, it could really be erased as soon as I step into that ring. Like for example, Mike Tyson, that nigga feared for his life every time he did a walkout. But once he stepped in that ring, he was a pure blood killer. You know what I'm saying? That's why I have so much faith in Jamal Charlo.
Yeah.
That's just me though.
He was actually going through it before the Jose Benavidez fight. He came back, and in that fight, to me, he looked spectacular, man. Like he really put on a beating on Jose. So maybe he could do it for the second time.
And I'm gonna say this, like, all right, the first fight with Triple G and Canelo, right? After that fight, this nigga was going through a whole bunch of clenbuterol bullshit, all that, and niggas was like, yo, Canelo's only did that performance because he was on he was drug cheating and whatever, and maybe that shit was gonna hinder his performance. Once he turned out clean for the second fight, bro, that nigga put the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was a very close fight, but he put on. In my opinion, he put the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? That's why I really got so much faith in Jamal Charlo. No matter what he's facing, that nigga, and once he steps in that ring, it's a whole different nigga. Outside of the ring and inside of the ring is two different things. That's just me though.
See.
Long live Peppa Pig, man. I don't even want to watch this, folks.
Long live Peppa Pig. What?
Oh, this good.
My fault. Somebody sent me a fucking. I'm trying to say that was some wild shit, but niggas be sending some weird shit to my DM, cause I want to see exactly the confrontation that Benavidez and Morell manager had. This nigga Morell manager, he gotta be one. like the old heads that be talking crazy to the young fighters like that, they only be talking crazy because they know they got the money to sue you. That's the only reason why they be talking crazy, bro. There ain't no way. So I guess Benavidez manager, Morell manager, still feel offended by Benavidez saying that he be taking all the Morell bread. So let me see.
He was getting him tired. He was the one taking him into the championship rounds. He's the one who's getting tired and hurt. Fight. He was hurt twice in the fight. He never hurt him. I'll tell you that.
He look like he coked up.
Marcus Hayes down here at Fight Hub TV.
When the fuck doesn't his manager look coked up?
That nigga jaw keep moving all crazy. He like,
yo, look at his eyes though. Really look at Morell's manager's eyes, bro.
yeah, he like this. Look,
that's what I'm saying. That nigga.
damn. That nigga fucking with that pure.
Hey yo, right?
My nigga Oscar De La Paz said keep disappearing, man. We need them parrot emojis in the chat.
Either the parrot emojis or the snowflake emoji.
Yeah. Fucking with that fish scale.
Hey yo, I'm gonna say this: whoever Morell faces next is in for a hell of a fucking fight. That comeback is gonna be insanity.
Thierry Scott said Cubans get it for the low.
Hey.
That nigga Morell be paying that boy in bricks.
Hey, I'm gonna say this: in the world, like mind you, I'm not no drug dealer, none of that. But in the world of that world, Cuba and Colombia is locked the fuck in, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Fact. My girl in the chat. Bring your stupid ass home. Fuck wrong with you?
Hey yo.
Time to recoup and everything else after that, you know.
Honestly.
Damn, he can't even keep it, bro. He can't even keep his chin still. Like that nigga shit wiggling. What's wrong? Look at that John. Look, I put it on pause. Look at this nigga. He not even talking. Yo,
look at his face. Hey, yo, look at his face. That nigga knows.
In. Bro,
that nigga knows.
He listening to a question right now. He not even talking. It look like he talking. That nigga jaw tweaking.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna say this. That nigga knows his man's lost the fight, but the payday was so great, he's gonna ball out on an ounce of coke right now.
Bro, that nigga about to cop a whole brick. That nigga Morell getting that shit vacuum sealed right now.
Morell, his manager.
You think he made more in this fight than his last one?
Who?
For sure.
Morell, because Morell got like what 750 in his last fight. Hot Rod.
I hope so.
Bro, for sure. That's not even a question. You know, it's a higher risk. So, of course, the pay is going to be way better.
You got to see what
that's usually how it goes.
Yeah, I can't even assume. Bro, some niggas be having fucked up deals, bro. I'm not even going to assume. I don't know.
Hey, yo. Listen, I'm going to make this argument real quick. The amount of grit that this nigga showed against Benavidez, I know for a fact that Morell would beat the dog shit out of fucking Canelo.
So Morell will beat the dog shit out of Canelo, but Benavidez won't. That'd be 50-50.
Yeah, that part doesn't make sense.
Hey, to me, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Both fights are a 50-50. Canelo versus Morell and Benavidez versus Canelo. In my opinion, I'm gonna say this. There's gonna be spots. I'm gonna say this: Morell has way more power than Benavidez does.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if Morell hits Canelo straight clean with a left hand, bro, I'm telling you, we're gonna see Canelo go down for the first time in his career. But with Benavidez, he would have to accumulate those shots. Give him like a nice 4-piece flush combination. You know what I'm saying?
Scythe Buzz said Morell versus Yard. That's a good ass fight.
It's a good fight.
Ooh, like Morell versus what? Anthony Yard?
Yard is my guy, by the way.
Hey, I didn't think about that, but Morell's gonna put that nigga to sleep, coma type shit.
Nah, you're tough, man.
Yo,
Yeah,
Yard,
Yard tough, but Morell
Forget what
Morell a different beast, nigga.
bro, that shit with Kovalev
forget
had me
what
rolling.
Kovalev. Yeah, forget what Kovalev did to him. Yard is tough.
Nah, bro,
Yeah,
that
but
nigga.
are we gonna forget
So
what
listen,
Better
listen.
Beef did to him?
When he fought Yard, when Kovalev and Yard fought, bro, that nigga Yard hit Kovalev with everything he had, bro, right? To the point where this nigga was so exhausted. All Kovalev was just like, boop. This nigga Yard was like, all right. Late. Like, that's all he had, bro. That nigga fell off exhaustion. He wasn't even hurt for real. That nigga was like,
Kovalev did the same shit to Canelo. He jabbed him. Almost
No,
jabbed him.
no.
Nah, for real, you gotta watch that fight, man. If
Yo,
Canelo doesn't knock
I've
him out,
watched that fight 3 times. Correct. Canelo versus Kovalev. There was
Kovalev was
no point in hell ever where I seen Canelo get phased or even staggered by a shot that Kovalev hit him with, even if it was flush.
now
Kovalev.
what I'm saying is Kovalev was winning smoothly. Like if he didn't get knocked out, that would have been Kovalev's fight to win.
Absolutely not.
All right.
Absolutely not.
Kovalev was already washed by the time Canelo got to
Yeah, bro. There was no way Kovalev was. Yeah, Kovalev had won some rounds against Canelo, but bro,
Bro, Kovalev looked like he wasn't even trying to hurt Canelo, bro. Like he
yeah,
wasn't,
bro. Kovalev,
That's what I'm
no
saying.
funny shit, bro.
he
I was
wasn't trying to
looking
turn
at
his
this
punches
fight.
over and nothing.
When I was watching this fight, I'm like, yo, it looks like this nigga Kovalev came to lay down, bro. No funny shit. Pause.
Yeah, but no, that's the thing though. Canelo, because Kovalev took a lot of damage in the Yard fight. So this nigga Canelo seeing that, Canelo team seeing it, Eddie Reynoso and them. Bro, this nigga Kovalev just came off of a war with Anthony Yard. He ain't allowed Kovalev no time to rest. Got him back in the ring like what, 2 months later?
For sure.
And had him run, bro. He was already damaged goods, bro. Canelo seen all the damage he took. He said, "Man, I'm about to go in there and take this nigga title." He washed.
But honestly, even if Kovalev wasn't washed, I
But
think
he
Canelo
lacking.
would have beat a Kovalev in his prime.
I don't think he would have beat Kovalev in his prime neither. Not the one
Nah, I
that
feel like
fought.
no, bro. I feel
Not the
like
one
he
that.
would've,
Not the
bro.
one that fought B-Hop. And that first fight with Ward would have gave Kovalev would have gave Canelo work.
He would have gave Canelo a little bit of work, but I think Canelo would have still got the stoppage, bro. In my opinion, and that's just me, though.
Yeah. Nigga, did you watch Kovalev or you just talking?
Nah, I've watched Kovalev. Kovalev was a problem.
Bro, ain't no fucking way you was watching the Crusher Kovalev and was like, yo, this nigga Canelo can knock him out. You out your fucking mind, bro. Kovalev was a fucking killer at 75 before Ward got to him.
Nah, for sure. But like, what I'm saying is based off what I've seen.
You think very highly of Canelo, low key, bro.
No, I do. Like I said, I'm not a big Canelo fan, but I still rock with Canelo.
I don't know
I've
how.
said it many times.
I don't know how. Bro.
Bro, because in my opinion,
this nigga was getting overwhelmed, overpowered, and fucking hella pressured by Dimitri Bivol, bro. This nigga Kovalev done caught a body in that ring.
Hey, yo, I'm not gonna lie. Listen.
Way bigger puncher than he was. A lot more dangerous than Bivol. Bivol might have been more skilled with the footwork and the range and all that, but Kovalev was a fucking monster. He was shitty sharp, and when he caught you at the end of them punches, bro, he did damage. You gotta watch them fights he had with fucking with John Pascal and Bernard Hopkins, and that nigga was a fucking animal.
Nah, yo, he beat the dog shit out of John Pascal, bro.
Bro, he beat the shit up, bro. I'm trying to tell you, that nigga Kovalev was an animal. Bro, Canelo not standing there with that. He would have never looked Kovalev way if that's who he was, bro. He seen Canelo.
Nah, I feel like
and saw opportunity to get a belt.
Mind you, in my mind, like when it comes to Canelo, I still feel like if he wanted to bring back that Daniel Jacobs performance, he could, but he fell in love with his high guard, so we don't really see him use it as much. But in my mind, I feel like if Canelo really wanted to, he could really switch that shit and really put on. That's just me, though. I have to see it to believe it.
He should have did that shit with Bivol.
Nigga, he should have did that shit with Bivol, John Ryder, Berlanga, but he fell in, like I said, he fell in love with his high guard, and that
But
proved to be a problem in the Bivol fight.
I think as he moved up, because that was at 160. That was at 160, right? Because he was fighting at 154, then he started doing catch weights at 55, then 60. 60 was his best weight. He even admitted it himself. Sure. But when he put on that additional 8 pounds, you have to focus more on conserving your energy. You feel what I'm saying? So when you're doing all that body movement and all that shit, bro, that takes a lot from your stamina. You feel what I'm saying? 168, he ain't got the best stamina, so he has to do more energy preserving things. What's more energy preserving? Moving your body and doing all this other shit, or just keeping your hands up and walking to a motherfucker?
Keeping your hands up and walking to a nigga. That's why I say he fell in love with that shit.
Yeah, because he
felt like at 168, he ain't got the energy to
be slipping punch. He ain't got the energy to be just using his upper body movement all day. That's very energy consuming.
You feel what I mean? For sure. I could see. Like I said, I could see him still doing that, but it's not something that he would do towards later rounds. It's something that I would see. Honestly, like I'm gonna say it like this: if he was to fight Benavidez, I know for a fact that he does not want to get hit by Benavidez, and what Benavidez does to a high guard is not. I feel like Canelo is not gonna come into that fight going in with a high guard. I feel like Canelo's gonna see that and be like, "Yo, he crushes niggas with high guards. I'm gonna switch it up," and this is something nobody's seen in a while. That's why I feel like 50-50. That's gonna be a Morell. I mean a Benavidez Canelo fight is gonna be 50-50.
So you think that's what Canelo would say?
In my opinion, yes. I feel like he's gonna be like, yo, that nigga destroys niggas with high guards.
I think Canelo would be like, damn, this nigga destroyed niggas with high guards. Let me not fight him.
Hey, Mark and Slime, I'm about to hop off, but I want to ask you guys one question before I do, right? So do you guys feel like fights should be marinated? So do you think that the Morell fight with Benavidez could have happened 2 years ago? Do you think this was the right time, or do you think it should have happened later?
No, I think this happened at the right time. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like 2 years ago, what Morell had 7 fights. Yeah,
I feel like 2 years ago, Morell would have got stopped.
Yeah, like Morell, what he had 7 fights 2 years ago. Yeah, that's a little bit undercooked for me. And then at that time, Benavidez was a 2-time world champion. So, I think that would have been a little bit undercooked. I think it happened at the right time. Now, in terms of, boxing, I feel like when guys are at the top of their division, there's really no excuse for them not to fight each other. Morell had his world titles. Benavidez had his world titles. Once they reach that status where they consider legitimate world champions in their weight classes, go ahead and match them up. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm not going to ask for Floyd Schofield and Abdullah Mason at this point in time because they're still in the process of identifying who they are in the division and just building up their careers. But let's say in 2027, Floyd Schofield gets a world title. Let's say Abdullah Mason gets a world title in 2027 as well. Let's just say they could probably get it before that, but let's just say that's the year, right? They both champions in their division. Let's get it popping. We don't need to marinate shit. You know what I mean? Marinating shit is the reason why we ain't get to see Jared Hurd versus Jermell Charlo. Marinating is the reason why we ain't get to see Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua in their prime. Marinating is the reason why boxing fans have been fucked over out of a lot of fights because they'd rather make us wait so they can make a couple more dollars. Nah, man. This shit tonight shows you that when you make the fights happen when they're supposed to, we get extremely memorable moments. And tonight was a beautiful night for boxing. And we need to keep this cool.
What about Andy Cruz and Keyshawn?
I think that'll be a perfect.
Go ahead. Because he's an Andy Cruz fan. Go ahead.
In my opinion, right now, the way Keyshawn is handling himself, I would say, in my opinion, I would say yeah, but at the same time, I'm also saying no because of what I've seen Keyshawn do and so far of Cruz's performance right now. If they was to fight right now, I could see it a 50-50 fight. But if you let it marinate just a little tiny bit and let this nigga Cruz get a little few more fights and really get to prove himself in the way where you be like, yo, this nigga just fought a big name and broke him. I feel like Cruz and Keyshawn would be more of a 60-40 toss-up for Cruz. You know what I'm saying?
All right. I feel you.
Based off of this, hold on. Based off of this, yeah, I know that amateurs ain't really a thing, like ain't really leading up to the pros, but it's a recipe to beat Keyshawn. He already beat him 3 times, twice, some shit like that.
I think he beat him
in
4
the
times.
amateurs.
4 times.
Yeah, four times. See, there you go. Even worse. I thought it was like two or three. Even worse, 4 times. He beat him 4 times. They fought. Now
That's
imagine if we translate that to now.
That's a beautiful comment. He said marination, no, maturation, yes. I agree with that 1,000%. Nah, go ahead.
And like right now, I see aspects. I mean, they're both still green. Like they're both still green when it comes to the pros, but they know each other already. So them fighting each other, I feel like Cruz would have. He already beat him 4 times, so I feel like Cruz would have a great game plan for a Keyshawn, but he'll be going off what he's seen in the amateurs. The pros is 2 different things. So Keyshawn, you never know. He might switch it up on him. He might be the same. So for me, it's 50-50 right now. If they was to fight tomorrow, it'd be a 50-50. In my opinion.
I don't know, man. I feel like Keyshawn further ahead in terms of progress in the pros than Andy Cruz. I feel like Andy Cruz is maturing really well. And it's like when you put a real smart nigga in the acceleration class, he's doing what the fuck he need to do, and he's accelerating at a level quicker than most people, but he still got a lot of work to do. You feel what I'm saying? In comparison to the scholars that have been in school for 10, 12, 15 years. You feel me? Keyshawn, look, he about to fight for a world title. Andy Cruz, they still trying to build him. You know what I'm saying? Matchroom, they mentioned Keyshawn's name, but Matchroom intentions right now is not really worried about facing Keyshawn. It's still giving him meaningful fights to continue developing him as a pro. So sometime soon he could be ready for an interim title or, possibly a world title if it makes sense. I feel like Andy Cruz is not on the same level from a maturity standpoint in comparison to Keyshawn right now. That doesn't necessarily mean that he won't get there, but as of right now, I feel like Matchroom is still in the process of figuring him out and building him and really testing the waters to see where he at. Keyshawn, he about to fight a world champion and may possibly be a world champion in his next bout. So, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna double back and counterattack with this. That could also be a thing because Keyshawn got 14 fights, some shit like that, something like that. That could also be an aspect of moving him fast, just like what they're doing with Cruz. They're moving him fast. You know what I'm saying? They could also be moving Keyshawn fast. Because in my opinion, like the way I think about shit like that is like this. I feel like in the future they're gonna make a title fight between Keyshawn and Cruz. Like let's say he does beat Baranchek, right? And 3 fights down the line, after that 3rd fight, he might fight Cruz. That's the way I'm looking at it, at least. I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong. Who knows? But I feel like that's the way they're going with it, in my opinion.
That's the way I see it too. They're gonna wait until these guys possibly have a title and then unify just to make the fight bigger.
But I also will say this: for Keyshawn fighting Baranchek, it's a good fight. Yes, Keyshawn could win, but there's also a big possibility that Baranchek could beat the fuck out of him. You know what I'm saying? There's that. For me, that's a good. I'll say 60-40 for Keyshawn.
This is a better style matchup for Baranchek than Navarrete. Because with Navarrete, he was also an awkward fighter, just like Baranchyk, and the two just didn't mesh. So with this one, it's going to be a good one, in my opinion. I mean, I could see it as a 60-40 as well. I have Keyshawn winning, but it's going to be a good fight.
I think I'm gonna say it now. I think Baranchik gonna get the decision.
Nah, I can't see
That's just me though.
I can't see Baranchyk beating Keyshawn.
I could see Baranchik beating Keyshawn, but I could also see Keyshawn beating Baranchik. But I see, bro. It's crazy because, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like Keyshawn, but I'm not gonna downplay his skills. He's very skillful in that Lemos fight. He showed me a lot of fucking skill and being able, and he's a good finisher. You know what I'm saying? He's a great finisher. But I don't
McDwayne,
know because Baranchik kind of got a solid chin.
yeah.
Baranchik kind of got a solid chin. You know what I'm saying?
McDwayne, the fight with McDwayne, that to me was Keyshawn's best fight. Because I mean, that was pretty much like an uphill fight for him, right? Because he had to be very tough and greedy in that fight.
Wait, which fight? My fault. I didn't hear you say that.
McDwayne, I think the one before Lemos.
I don't remember which fight was before Lemos. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah, Medueno. That was a very tough fight. That was a
Oh,
very
you
rough
said
fight.
Magdaleno?
No, Medueno.
Oh, Madueno.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know who that
I think
is.
he's Canadian. So he was like a Canadian fighter.
Yeah,
But
I didn't see that one.
fight showed a lot. It showed Keyshawn had grit, but the thing that Keyshawn definitely needs to work on is his stamina. Because like he was going down on the canvas a lot in that fight, just because he was tired.
Wait, what do you mean going down in the
So
canvas? Because I didn't see that fight, so I don't know.
whenever they would pretty much have a back and forth, right? And Medueno would push him down, like he would easily go to the canvas. Like his
Oh,
knees
oh,
wasn't
oh.
strong enough to keep him up. Because
Oh, I hear what you're
fighters,
saying. Like every time he would
they're like
lean on him,
leaning
he
on
pushed
each
him
other,
down.
right? Yeah, because during the fights, like fighters, they're like leaning on each other and stuff. So whenever the dude leaned on Keyshawn, yeah, Keyshawn kind of just went to the canvas because he just couldn't, his legs couldn't keep up.
Yeah, that's probably due to exhaustion. He was probably like, you know what? Let me take like a 10 like a 2-second little break. Let me get a big breath right quick. You know what I'm saying? That's probably his thoughts was in that.
And that happened a couple of times. So you got to work on his stamina for sure.
Nah, but I saw a little bit of the Lemos fight. He was really putting on. I'm not gonna lie. That was a nigga who gave this nigga fucking Richardson Hitchens a controversial decision. If I'm not bugging.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was, you know. I feel like if Keyshawn was to fight Richardson Hitchens, I feel like it would be a good fight, and I would like to see how Keyshawn would adapt to that, and how Hitchens would adapt to his power. That'd be a good fight. Just because the caliber of opponents they face is kind of the same.
Hitchens is about to fight Tio. What do you think about that fight?
If it materializes, I see Teo getting outboxed.
Now I heard today that it was on. Like they signed for it.
I heard they like finalizing it, but they ain't solid yet.
Oh,
Like if it does materialize, I see Hitchens beating the dog shit out of Teo just boxing. It's gonna be an easy master class of boxing for Richardson Hitchens.
but
Because
listen,
like we seen from a lot of Teo fights in the Jermaine Ortiz and Sandor Martin fight, and he don't like movers. He don't like niggas that move. He likes niggas that stand in front of him.
there's a
And
difference
Hitchens is
now.
not gonna do that. Hitchens is gonna hit him with that sniper ass jab and the sniper right hand. It's gonna honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I could see Teo getting dropped in this fight
But
versus
listen,
Hitchens.
but
Hitchens
listen,
don't got no power.
there's a
But
change though.
I could see him getting dropped.
There's a change though, right? Because right now, the difference between the Tio now and the Tio back then, Tio is like under. Well, he's with Canelo now, so we don't know what new looks Tio is going to have, right? And an uphill fight for him, right?
Go ahead. My fault.
Yeah, I'm just saying, the Tio now, the difference between the Tio now and the Tio then is that Tio is with Canelo's team now. So we don't know what they're working on, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a good point. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely a good point.
From honestly, let me say this: from the what 3 knockdowns? I mean, they counted 2, but 3 knockdowns from the Sandor Martin and Teofimo fight. I feel like Teofimo's scared to get clipped with a good shot. I feel like he's scared to take a good shot. That's why we don't see Teo taking as many risks as he used to. That's just me, though. That's just from what I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I mean, this is the thing. I don't even really give a fuck to talk about that fight because we done heard so many reports of Teofimo Lopez finalizing deals with niggas, and all of a sudden the fight not happening. So I don't even really give a fuck to talk about the fight until that shit signed, sealed, and delivered. You know what I'm saying? Because that nigga
Until we see,
he'll be frauding, bro. Like,
until I see 2 press conferences back to back, I won't believe shit.
Exactly. Real shit. That nigga T.O. be lying, bro.
Like, for example, like the Matias and Teofimo fight, that was supposedly almost finalized, and then out of nowhere it was like, nah, I'm not fighting this nigga.
Yeah.
Now he's talking about fighting in what, June, July, or some shit. And I'm gonna tell you this: whoever Teofimo fights next is not gonna be on a caliber of Hitchens, Subriel, or any of them niggas. It's gonna be a turkey, bro.
Like Steve
I'm
Clegg.
gonna just say that.
Yeah, like Steve Clegg, right?
Yeah, like a Steve Claggett.
All right, fellas, I catch you next time.
But yo, Teofimo, let me finish this real quick. Teofimo is so slick because of the criticism he got from fighting Steve Claggett. He's gonna find a nigga on the caliber of Steve Claggett, but with a better resume. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what Teofimo is gonna do. I could see some shit happening like that. He's gonna find a nigga on the caliber of Steve Claggett, but with a better resume.
No, I mean, I feel like he has to fight Hitchens, man, because I mean that's the part of the deal, right? With the turkey thing.
I have no idea on that.
Yeah, so I think the plan is pretty much Hitchens, then it's gonna be, Boots, and then I guess he fights the winner between Ryan and Dev.
Who honestly, let's say this, if Ryan and Teo fight, I have Teofimo winning. But I know this. If Teo and Dev was to fight, I can honestly, in my personal opinion, I can see Teofimo getting stopped by Devin Haney.
Well, stopped is maybe he'll have power at 47. Who knows?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. From what I've seen from Devin Haney got some pop at 40, bro. So imagine at 47. At 47, he's gonna be dropping shit. In my opinion, from what I've seen.
That pop didn't translate to what happened in the Ryan fight.
I mean, let me double back to this. In the Benavidez fight, que la que hay. No, estoy aquí en YouTube hablando. Whatchamacallit? What fuck, I forgot what I was saying. My uncle distracted me. Boom. I was saying this. In the Ryan versus Devin fight, This nigga, when Devin hit him with that left hook, Ryan Garcia felt that shit, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he felt it, but afterwards, what happened? He was like, "Come on!" Like he tapped his glove together and was ready to go at it.
Yeah, but that's just the heart and the clenbuterol. I mean, not the clenbuterol, the Austrian. You feel me? That was just the Austrian in his system talking. It wasn't really It wasn't really Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm telling you, if Devin Haney would have hit him with that and doubled back with with a right, bro, with a crazy ass right, bro, he would have dropped Ryan Garcia, bro. I promise you that.
And that's like Devin Haney's best knockout punch, right? Because he did the same shit with who? Zar Abdullaev, and he knocked him out. That overhand, a weird overhand right, or was it an overhand left or some shit?
From what I've seen from Devin Haney fights, when he got stoppages, it was all with a right hand. And I think one of them or two of them was body shot. And that was in like Mexico way back.
And we'll see what his power is at 147.
Bro, Devin Haney is gonna. Bro, honestly, Devin Haney's best bet at 47 would be a fight with Barrios.
He got Ramirez in front of him right now, so I think he's gonna box Ramirez's head off.
He's either gonna box him or he's gonna try to make a statement and stop Ramirez. I'm hoping for a stoppage. I'm just hoping for a stoppage. But I see a clean out boxing match right there.
Ramirez is a vet, so I don't think he's gonna go there to get knocked out.
Hey, a lot of niggas was vets and they got fucking stopped on some crazy shit. But this is Devin Haney we're talking about. He don't got power, but let's see. I know for a fact he's gonna want to make a statement after the Ryan Garcia fight. So I'm hoping for a knockout.
He did it. Yeah, he made a statement with Regis. So I think he could do it with Ramirez, but only boxing. I don't think I'm going to see a knockout in that fight.
Bro, he outboxed the fuck out of Regis, and it was just sad. I was like, damn, Regis, you might as well retire right after this fight, bro. Honestly, he had Regis thinking about going to MMA. Like, let's really talk about it. He had Regis talking about going into the UFC or some shit like that.
That nigga Catterall talking about that nigga Catterall had him saying, I think I'm gonna just do bare knuckle, man. I was like, what the fuck? This nigga Regis chooses career every time he lose. That nigga gonna get fried by who he about to fight? He about to by Duarte. He about to get smoked by Duarte. He could be like, you know what, man? I've been thinking about, detailing cars lately. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I just like I ain't noticed how much I like making rims shine until this nigga Duarte beat my ass, man. So I'm gonna just open up the
he's gonna want that. He's gonna want to turn into a fucking soccer player after that. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna go play some soccer, man.
Yeah, man. I need to work on my feet anyway.
He's like, you know what, man? I'm gonna go play Serena Williams in a match of tennis after this fight, man. I think I'm done.
That's a good way to develop foot movement. Tennis.
Yo,
you son, it's too late now. That nigga Regis is old.
Yo, Regis is what, like 34, 35?
He like 35. I think.
Yeah, he's done, bro. But I honestly, yo, now that we're talking about Regis Prograis versus Oscar Duarte, I think Regis can come back against Duarte, bro.
Regis just turned 36, actually.
I think Regis could beat Duarte, but it's a good fight. I want to see it. I don't really give a fuck who wins. I just want to see it.
First, they don't even got his shit listed on BoxRec. I don't even know if that shit official or what.
I mean, training for fight. I follow him on IG, so I know he's training for that fight. Like, I see him swimming in the pool and all that shit.
Hey, bro, swimming ain't gonna help you fight a nigga, bro. That That nigga gonna beat that nigga Duarte gonna fucking beat him, and he's gonna turn into Michael Phelps after. He's gonna be like, you know what, man? I think swimming's my sport, bro.
The last Duarte fight,
You
he
know,
was money for his money though.
you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, after the Devin Haney fight, that nigga questioned his whole life. That nigga was like, man, I'm gonna join the PFL, man. You know, even yo, I was watching the post fight press conference after the Haney fight. Even this nigga, when he said MMA, I seen the chat go up, and this nigga Charlo was like, MMA question mark. Like I was thinking the same thing. I was like, what? Like, bro, if you can barely beat a Devin Haney, imagine what a leg kick would do to you, bro. You'd fucking die. One leg kick, you're dead, bro.
Hey,
All right,
Clarissa Shields did it.
yeah, but you know, it's not the same. It's not the same. Not to sound misogynistic, but it is not the same. But I'm gonna wrap this John up, man. Y'all got any final words?
Yeah, man. Fire fight tonight, and let's see what Benavidez does after this. Well, thank you for having us, Mark. See you guys next time. Slime, Zuma, peace.
All right, man. My final thoughts. Honestly, it got nothing to do with boxing. Fuck Southpaw TV. That's all I gotta say.
All right, man. I appreciate everybody that came through and showed love to the channel, man. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful night. I'll be back at y'all with some more boxing talk tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that one. Until then, this is Mazuma TV. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful one. I'm out of here, man. Peace.